everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, Kari Lake is suggesting a U.S. Senate run for Arizona, and Let's Talk Elections isn't that really happy about it. And I would say he's within reason, he's sort of right, but there's a lot of stuff that he has really has not acknowledged. Uh, First off, uh, they're saying, "Oh yeah, Kari Lake is an imminent disaster for the Arizona GOP." Well, first off, the Arizona GOP is declining because Phoenix is growing. I mean, let's see. Phoenix gave Arizona one electoral vote in the 2020 caucus. Of course, it's getting more liberaler. It's not because of Kari Lake. It's because of the population in Phoenix. Getting more growing more and getting more diverse. So, however, yeah, Kari Lake has made some controversies in the media, but you'll see if you want to see Let's Talk Elections video on Kari Lake, on how she would be a disaster bringing the GOP into the ground. I encourage you to watch that just to get both sides of the story. I disagree, though, just because Arizona is a centrist state. They like their conservative politics and their liberal politics. There are a lot of Trump supporters in the state of Arizona. And we know that's true because in 2022, Kari Lake almost won the gubernatorial election. She almost won, and despite the Trump endorsement, once again, and despite Democrats trying to push the Trump right-wing allegations on her, she managed to almost win. She lost by 1 point. But despite this, Let's Talk Elections is pretty confident that Kari Lake is going to lose by a lot in the U.S. Senate election. I disagree. In fact, I think Kari Lake has a chance, actually. I don't know if she can win, but I think she has a chance. For reasons, as you can see here, we have 3 open boxes, 3 candidates, because allegedly Kyrsten Sinema is supposedly running in this election for re-election. Now let's think here. Kyrsten Sinema shot Democrats in the foot, big time. When she became an independent, she shot Arizona Democrats right in the foot. Because what's happening is you left the base. You're now on another person's base. So do you think all the Democrats are going to go and support you? Most likely not. Okay, so sure, Kyrsten Sinema is a more centrist individual who supports gun rights, but also supports abortion rights and LGBT. She's a libertarian. Okay, but with Kyrsten Sinema in her own little independent political party, it's lowering the chances that the Arizona Democratic Party could endorse her. Instead, the Arizona Democrats could find someone else, like Janet Napolitano. It's hard. She, former governor of Arizona, Obama-era governor, in the second to last latest Democrat in Arizona. She would absolutely destroy the election. I'm not meaning as like a horrible thing. I mean it like win this election. She would totally destroy Republicans in this election if she got nominated by the Democratic Party. However, she is now a president of a university, so it seems like she's liking her job there. She hasn't left, but supposedly she's a nomination option for the Democrats. So the point is, I have not watched this video. I'm kind of skeptical on Let's Talk Elections. I've looked into Let's Talk Elections, but it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Minnesota mapping likes to stay in the center. It's true. I'm going to be honest, but let's talk elections is supposedly, allegedly a centrist, but he has talked brings up a lot of unrealistic content. So I've unsubscribed. I honestly don't think okay, and a lot of stuff that he did content on didn't happen. Okay, like he was predicting Kamala Harris landslide win in 2024. Did that happen? No, it did not happen. And it's not going to happen because Kamala Harris is one of the worst vice presidents by polls. So, taking a look here, uh, we're going to look realistic. We're not going to look biasedly. We're going to look realistically. All right. So, I think Democrats, and let's talk politics, elections, whatever your name is, should be a little more concerned, a little more about this 2024 U.S. Senate election. Because you have two left wing positions, the independent and Democratic candidates, and you got one Republican. What you're doing is you're splitting the liberal vote. Half of the liberals are going to go for the Democrats, half of the liberals are going to go for Sinema, and supposedly the rest of Republicans will go from there. Yes, there are going to be a lot of centrists or even moderate Republicans that will vote for Sinema. They like Sinema. I think probably Ducey might go for Sinema, or you'll get some conservative, so-called conservatives or moderate Republicans that'll go for Sinema. That's kind of splitting the Republican vote, but it's not going to split it as much as the Democrats. So I think, yeah, Sinema has really hurted the Democrat Party in Arizona a lot by leaving. And obviously, if Sinema doesn't run, then Democrats are saved in Arizona. Democrats are saved. They don't have to worry about it. And if they nominate Nipolitano, guess what? Or just Janet, if they nominate Janet, Democrats would probably win a huge landslide. Not a landslide, but probably a blowout. So this is probably what Arizona counties has been looking like for the last since the last 2 years. We've been seeing maps looking like this. It's either Maricopa County joining the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. Yeah, I do believe that Maricopa is probably going to go blue very soon, thanks to Phoenix. And Phoenix being a city with over 1 million people, that would be pretty realistic. So also, Republicans do have a lot of counties that have a lot of people. Like this, Yavapai County has people with over 100,000 cities with over 100,000 people. This is a central Arizona is a very popular area, and that is slightly dominated by Republicans. So that gives Republicans more of a chance. Meanwhile, up here, these four counties are meh. They're not that popular, except for Santa Cruz County. Tuscan's right over here, so that gives Democrats some hope. This one's a Native American county, and this one has Flagstaff. So yeah, I guess they have some cities up there that will kind of back them up. So Tucson. Yeah, I said Tuscan. I'm not from Arizona, so I guess I'll call it Tucson from now on. So taking a look here at this election, it could either go this way. Sinema it depends. We're kind of not including Sinema in this one. We'll just assume independent is kind of in here. This is what my overall first prediction is probably going to look like. Let's do Sinema. And the other thing is Republicans have a lot of choices. They have Doug Ducey, Kari Lake. They have a lot of choices. Part of the reason is because Arizona's been a red state for a long time. Arizona has had a lot of Republican conservative leaders a long time. So we have, first off, our overall prediction. Sinema, Lake, let's see here. Let's see who would possibly be a Democrat candidate. Declared, oh yes, Ruben Gallego. He is U.S. representative for Arizona's 3rd district. I think he is the most likely nominee. So, Lake, Gallego, and Cinema is probably what our predictions kind of going to look like. And this is probably what the result is going to look like, with Maricopa County being the final result. Because of the liberal divide between Gallego and Cinema, this is going to make a very close race in Maricopa. Maricopa County has been voting Republican for years. And in fact, just recently, 2020, has voted Democrat for the very first time in decades, since 1948. So that's a huge one. So yes, Maricopa County is winnable. Republicans have won multiple races with Maricopa County in it. So they did win Maricopa County in multiple races. But what I'm predicting is, with the liberal vote being split between Cinema and Gallego, this would probably lead to more of a Kari Lake, this turning more into a favor of to Kari Lake, with probably like 45%, 45% Gallego, like 41%, and Kari Lake in the 30% something. So I'm probably going to give it to Lake. Does this mean liberals necessarily win? Not necessarily. Does this mean that conservatives win? Not necessarily, because you don't need Maricopa County to win. 2022 proved that wrong, because multiple candidates won. Republican candidates won office in Arizona without winning Maricopa. So I guess it's really up to you. Who do you think has better chances in winning? What about the polls? What do the polls say? Has let's talk politics ever looked at the polling? Well, that's just the thing. I don't understand how Let's Talk Politics can even say this stuff without, with all the polls and predictions. Not There's no polling at all. We got hypothetical polling, which shows some, like Ruben Gallego winning a lot. But predictions otherwise is mainly going to be a battleground or a toss up. It's mainly looking at, so you'll have Kari Lake versus Gallego. Yeah, just recently. I guess, yeah. You'll see this poll from Public Policy Polling saying that Robles and Gallego can win. 35% for Lake. So I guess it can go either way, despite there being 2 left-wing candidates and 1 Republican candidate. So what do you guys think? Ultimately, this is your interpretation. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.